fuck me like you really want to? Can you love me like you do your hustle? Can you feed me past the food and grubbing? Can you clean me like it's church on Sunday? In the tubbing, scrub a dubbing, clean the fountain, make a wish and throw 100. I might just blow it. Yo, he ain't warming.
Okay, what is up, everybody? It is your favorite queer Scorpio from the west and south side of Chicago, Iman Loren, coming back through with another special episode of the Real Hoodwives of Chicago.
Yeah.
Yes, and we have a very beautiful second guest. Thank you for being my second guest. We got Jesse 5000, Jesse 5K.
Tee me up.
Let's talk about the TN notes. So, how you feeling tonight, love?
I feel good.
That's good.
I feel amazing. Thank you for having me as your second guest.
Yes.
I listened to your first show. It was amazing.
Thank you. So I'm really excited. Thank you for being here. You are a very respectable, well-known black man to me, doing what you're doing, and I couldn't think of anybody else to have these type of conversations with. So while you was talking about me teeing you up, this is a special segment called What's Your Thought Juice? I don't know if you heard the first one.
I did.
Okay. So what's your thought juice?
My thought juice is Hennessy.
Uh-huh.
I would say Hennessy with Coke. I like Henny with Coke.
Usually Coke.
I just usually just drink Hennessy though, like straight. I like Patron though. Patron is decent though. I really like Patron. Patron is cool because it's kind of like it gives you a vodka feel, but without having to throw up at the end of the night or Earl at the end of the night. I like I'm trying to see Henny. Henny usually do it for me all the time though. I can get some mixed drinks too. I like those too though.
How does Henny make you feel? Like, does Henny just like provide you like a glow, or like does Henny like make you like?
It warms my body up like instantly, like so. I be instantly vibed out as soon as I start drinking Henny, like relax me and stuff, and that it just chills me out. It makes it like where I'm teed and lit, but I'm not like too teed where I just want to go crazy, you know.
Do you have sex off of Hennessy?
I do.
Really?
Off Hennessy, I say I have sex off Patron a lot too though. Hennessy though, cause Hennessy just, I don't know why Hennessy just, I would say drop all my guards and I just be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going through it, just go with the flow.
Yeah.
For things.
Word. That's cool. So, what is a hood wife to you, Jesse 5000?
What is a hood wife?
Or do you know what a hood wife is? Or why don't you just let me know what a hood wife is to you? What comes to your mind?
A hood wife. Someone who's can get through anything. Term of endearment, I would say. I wouldn't say term of endearment, but somebody who can really make something from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Hood wife, project chick. I need a hood right now. No,
you just turned up like
quick. Woman probably could do it all. You know, in order to get where she needs to go. I know a couple hood wives. I got a couple family members who hood wives. I was, you know what I'm saying? That's just how they are. I had a couple who not though, but you know, just hood wives though. Probably somebody who can just get through it all, finesse her way into a situation she needs to be, and still carry some class with herself. You know what I'm saying? You
better tell these niggas, Jesse.
Cause you know, it's like everybody grows up differently. You know what I'm saying? Everybody comes from different backgrounds, and the play on women, you know, is as if they don't do a lot themselves. You know what I'm saying already, or just what they go through in life and what they gotta be just as women. You feel me? Like y'all got so much more things y'all worry about than like, you know, what men, you know, what we think about. So hood wife, somebody probably could do it all, man. Save their kids, you know what I'm saying? Still hold they man down, up at least in this sense, you know what I'm saying? Up at least in this sense. Intelligent, compassionate. You know, a lot of women like from the city though, like sometimes they be rough a little bit sometimes, but a lot of them be compassionate just because like they hadn't had a rough life though, you feel me?
Right.
Straight up. Like so.
Very factual.
Yeah.
I've just seen this there's this meme. I don't really want to call it a meme because it didn't really provide any like comedic relief.
What?
But it was some post that was like it was like a down ass chick is not always a real woman or not always a good woman. And I think that like what it was like kind of saying is like women, we do like hold niggas down and shit, that and the third, but at what point do we see like, are we holding these down? Are we holding these niggas down in like forms of like contingency plans, or are we holding these niggas down because this is like what we want to do? You know what I'm saying? Like
y'all starting to think about for yourselves too. Not you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah. Do you see yourself with a hood wife?
I do.
You do?
I'm the type of person. I'm more so. I'm very unique with the women who I'm with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I could, long as you can make me laugh and are intelligent enough and open enough to have fun and evolve and expand. You feel me? Like that's a big thing. As long as you're willing to evolve and expand, we can probably rock with each other. Sense of humor. You feel me? Like I don't know, trust probably be a good one though. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm attracted to black women. I'm attracted to all type of black women though. You know what I'm saying? Like if I can be honest, like as honest as possible.
Please
so
do.
yeah, like straight up, like I'm attracted to like all type of black women because it's so many variety just between women in general, but like black women, like hood wife. You got suburban black girls who are totally different, black women who are totally different. But I don't know. If we rock, we good.
So you said when you said that she was giving like what your idea of a hood wife is. You said that she does all of this. You know, she makes herself a mobile mogul, right? But she she keeps up this type of class, right? Something that I feel is like a total bullshit juxtaposition is this whole lady in the streets but the freak in the sheets type of shit. What do you think about that?
I feel like do what you do, but don't judge anyone else because they feel powerful enough or free enough just to be themselves at all times. Because it's liberation and sexual liberation at that. Because it's like taking your power back into yourself and doing it for yourself and keeping that power. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's how they feel. I trust me because I know. Because I'm more so in the phase of life, not even phase of life of just knowing myself, shit, just knowing who I am and how I feel about certain things. Like freedom is like being able not to hide who you are. Like every day is like total freedom. So if that's who they are, that's who they are. I can't knock you, but like don't knock the people that that are honest and upfront about who they really are. Like you can't knock them, like. Because that's just who they are, G. Like, we showing y'all, we giving y'all an example of how to be free in the open and just be yourself, you know what I'm saying? But some people, not like that. Yeah.
Me and you talk about sexual liberation like a lot.
Yeah.
And that's why I especially fuck with you because if anything, like you make me feel even more empowered to be liberated, right? Yeah. I remember one time you texted me, he was like, wait, hold on, G, like, and which thirst trap should I post? I was like, yes, yes, you better post that thirst trap thing. Yeah, like, cheers to you, like, man, like, my thing is, like, because, and, like, the fact that, like, you came to me for advice for a thirst trap, I didn't see it as, like, an elusive, like, hinting, like, I'm trying to get on this with you. It was like, no, motherfuckers clearly respect me and see that, like, I'm taking the lead in this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, keep doing it. You're leaving a strong example for black men.
I appreciate that because, I be tweaking on that sometimes. I be like, because I don't want just to get lost in the image, you know what I'm saying? Like, understand who I am, like, besides that. But also, I'm this, like, but this is who I am, though, you feel me? Like, this is how I feel, you feel me? I look up to people who've, like, done stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, just push the limits and push the edge, as far as, masculine energy, you know what I'm saying? In the sense of, in the realm of what we have, too, you know what I'm saying? Two of us. So it was like, but just representing for everybody, just to be free and do you, I never was on that, you know. I was, but it's like I find power in just being myself, you know,
Right.
and just not giving a fuck at the same time. Like,
Right.
no.
Do
In a good way.
when you like see yourself with a partner or see yourself with someone, do you often think that like you might, do you find yourself like developing some type of like not consensus, but what's that word where it's like where you're not able to like write or speak how you really want?
Yeah, of course, G. Of course. Like, I felt that numerous amounts of time where I feel like I probably couldn't express myself the way I wanted to because I didn't want the person to feel a certain way. Or I didn't want to hurt the person's feelings, or I didn't want to get my feelings hurt, you know, by expressing how I really want to, you know, how I really feel in that moment. Or sometimes you don't want people to think that you too freaky or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Or too, not even freaky. It can be freaky in the sense of just thought process of, you know, looking at the world in the stance or in a freaky standpoint. You know, and not even just with sex, but just expressing yourself freely. I find I'm different in the relationship than out of one. You know what I'm saying? It depends on who I'm with. If I'm with someone who's great at communication, then that's different. Like, with a lot of understanding. I feel like if I'm with someone that has a lot of understanding, then that's cool, you know, because I just want you to understand just who I am as a person. Like just accept me for who I am and trust to believe that you know, at the end of the day I'm still gonna be myself, but just let me be me for a second. You know? And let me just say whatever I need to say. Let me just feel the way I need to feel, you know what I'm saying?
I completely understand what you're saying. It's kind of like,
because that's who you are, G. Like, at the end of the day, that's who you are. Cause it's like I be trying to fight like who I am, you know, because I want to make other people that I really love feel comfortable.
right.
And that's that's one of the things I try to provide, which is with love, you know what I'm saying? It's comfort at least, but you know, but it's like you got to be yourself, because what you're doing is like not transcending, but like you're evolving things in a certain sense. You're woke, you're conscious, and you free. Like, I just want to do me and be how I feel and just do me. Use it as my power. Doing you, like, that's the biggest thing.
I like what you said about comfort, because I think that's something, like, tying back to, like, what you said, we always fix our comfort around the comfort of other people. Like, we, like, try to make other people feel comfortable even though we know that they're uncomfortable with us. And in the same light, we end up making ourselves uncomfortable. Like, I love talking about sex. Like, I love talking about sex. I feel like you can know so much about a person from, like, the conversations that they have around sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference between being that dude that's like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to, like, turn you over, put your head in a pillow. And then there's another nigga, there's the difference between talking about, like, what it's like to kiss on a first date. Or, like, what it's like to kiss a woman's hand. You know what I'm saying?
Real intimacy.
Real intimacy. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you are a person who, like, defines the difference of, like, intimacy and, like, sex. And, like, you allow women to be that. And, like,
I had to experience. I had to listen to understand the difference. Like, one of my relationships that I was in definitely taught me the difference between I wouldn't even just say intimacy and sex. How you can combine the two, how you can have one without the other. You know, and still show love in that form and fashion. Like, that from right there, that turned me into a whole different person, because I was doing it wrong for a while. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I was doing it wrong for a while, G. Like, I was doing it wrong, like, because I wasn't taught that. Truth and behold, like, truth to be told, you know, I was never taught that. I was taught that from, like, my grandma and stuff like that, you know, how to be a gentleman and, you know, how to you know, treat women just because of who women are. And I've been around, like, all women walks of life, you know, from, like, you know, the lowest of the lowest to the highest of the highest, you know what I'm saying? So just my respect for women in general. But You know, when I was super duper younger though, I was just about the action. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all. That's all that made sense to me.
Right.
You know, especially growing in the culture I was growing up in. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like that was prime numero uno, but I was doing it wrong for so long. You know what I'm saying? When I could have just been doing it right. It helps you too. It helps you out too, because it's like allowing you the capacity to show love. You feel me? And not, you know what I'm saying, allowing you the capacity to do that. And then you start seeing that you can do that not only with, you know, with your lover, but you can do it with other people in general. You know what I'm saying? So
I love that.
yeah.
Is there a difference between fucking and having sex and making love, Jesse? Wait, I just looked at you really when I said that. What's the difference, Jesse?
Because I feel like that's a big debate, yo. I feel like
Why don't you break down all three for me? So what is fucking?
just getting straight to it.
You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah,
so like a
up,
quickie is like a fuck, right?
Yeah,
all right.
to me, yeah,
so what is sex?
Yeah. And I feel like you can have quickies in relationship that you're in, like with the girl you with. So I feel like if you have a quickie right before like y'all went somewhere or something like that, or whatever. I feel like that's y'all just fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's what it is. Like I feel like that's what it is. Like a quickie, G.
Yes.
All right. And then what else she said?
So what is sex?
Sex. It's probably when a mix between fucking and love making.
Yes.
Like you getting all angles, you know.
Right, get it in. Come on, Jesse.
Yo,
so what's the love making?
That, you know, that real sensual, you know what I'm saying? All intimacy, compassion, nothing but compassion, you know, taking your time. Because what taking your time does, it allows you to feel everything. Like from the body touch to the skin touching skin, you know what I'm saying? To that, you know, actually feeling that energy of y'all two, you know, close together. So that's what that, you know, that's what that help increases, you know what I'm saying? Like, then you notice you like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all becoming one, you know what I'm saying? Like low key, because y'all be breathing the same and stuff like that. And I ain't trying to be too graphic, but
you can get us graphic.
Yo, if it's gonna be
it's explicit. It's rated R on my platform,
yeah,
so they know.
Sex education 101.
Yes.
Like, you know,
Do you think that you can make love without being in a relationship?
Of course.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
You can love somebody and not be in a relationship. You can be in love with someone. You can love someone and be in love with someone, but not be in a relationship and still make love to them, because that's how you feel. That's exactly what you feel like. You don't feel anything else but that, you know. So your approach to it is that you know, even though you're not in a relationship, I feel like you can love someone and not be in a relationship where you have to be together 24/7. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's definitely real. I've definitely had sex with people, and like it was just like every time we have sex, like just the building of us is just consent. Like we just like consistently have sex. Then you fuck me out the blue, and I'm like, "Fuck is going on here? This is
That's
like
cool.
not what we do." You said that's cool?
Yeah.
Why
I mean, that's
cool?
not cool. It is cool because the way that you talk about it so freely, I feel like that's cool.
Oh.
Because the thing that you guys are just like us. Women are just like us. Literally, like you guys have, you know, feelings, urges, emotions too, like straight up. And like I realized that, like, man, you guys are just like us, man. If I could just say that, put that wrapped up in one thing, you guys are just like us.
So when you are on a first date, or like when you're on a date and the topic of sex comes up, like, and I don't want to say I have this problem personally, because I don't necessarily deem it as a problem, but I definitely know it's a switch. Like, you could be having a date with someone, but the instant I mention sex, it's like, oh no, you bout it. Like, let's forget all the rest, you bout it. And like, that's just like all it becomes. Now, when a conversation leads to just, like, we're having a first date, we talked about our favorite colors, we talked about our favorite movie, we talked about, you know, any fucking thing. And I found a segue to talk about sex, and then that's what we only talk about after that. I don't have a problem with that, but I have a problem with that when that shifts your interest. When your interest becomes predominantly
Really just about sex.
You feel me, right? And so going back to that comfort that you was talking about, like, as a woman, I'm like, yeah, like, I want, I want to get the intimacy part of this date, but I also want to know, like, do you eat pussy? Like, I'm not gonna leave this. If the answer is no, check. Fuck you, mean, like, period. So, how do you think that, like, we can, like, provide these conversations with each other without, like, canceling or switching off the next thought of them?
How can we?
Or have you ever been in a situation?
Changing the perspective of maybe what sex deals with, like the titles that come with sex and people having sex, if you have sex with a lot of people, you consider that hoe, all that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Changing that thought process and removing that connotation out of that, because some dudes like just be like dumb as hell, you know what I'm saying? Or some people are not just even, capable of even, holding those two realms in that situation like that, and just respecting you who you are, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, she was bold enough to ask me that. I don't look at sex like I'm thirsty for it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I love sex though, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, if you had told me, like I say, I was talking to someone and they talked about that instantly, I would be like, okay. But if they was like bomb as hell too at the same time, and like we can have conversation about everything else, it would just be like super free and super open, because then that will be able to allow me to bring up other ideas that I might just like, run past her. Because I know whatever it is no judgment. Like, but I have no judgment towards her because she's, openly free with just being herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't put that. It's just because I don't look at sex as a bad thing now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or the end to be all, or like not the end to be all, but like just thinking in sex and like in a so taboo way. You know what I'm saying? Like, people love sex. That's why we're here. Right. You feel me? Like, that's why we're here.
Damn, I had a question, but I completely lost. Oh no, I got it.
Did I answer that question though?
You did.
Okay.
You did. What you said about and I definitely just want to make a mark right here so that I can clear up what you said.
Okay.
Because I heard you clearly, so just that the audience heard you clearly.
Okay.
When you did say hoe, you were not calling women hoe.
No, I was not calling women hoe.
I know, I'm clearing it up. But you was talking about how the mindset of if a woman has multiple sex partners, how most men want to deem her as a hoe. And you was just clarifying that we need to change that thinking.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, apologize.
You don't have to apologize.
Yeah,
I heard you.
Okay.
I was just giving that.
Thank you for clarifying that for me, though.
I got you, because I want my men to feel safe with me. It's all about context.
But if I can be real, that's the community.
That is the reality. That is the reality.
So 85% of the people have that thought process. You know what I'm saying? If I can tell something to the shorties, the young males growing up, but to remove that connotation from women, period, though, and that's when you guys have to start, realizing that we're equal. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't feel like what you're doing is, I guess what they want to call it, you know what I'm saying? You cannot, put that connotation on women at all. You can't.
So I wanna put you in the hot seat.
Okay, word.
I claim pro hoe. Shout out to Black Rose again.
Shout out.
Do you wife a woman that claims pro hoe?
Do I wife her?
Would you?
If we come to an understanding of what the grounds of the relationships are, then yeah.
I want to say though, pro hoe does not necessarily mean to be whatever y'all.
Can you explain to me
that? Okay, I can't explain it. I can't explain it the way that the creator of the term Brittany has explained it or has created for herself. I can only explain it as a reclamation for me, right? So Jesse, you know me.
I would though.
And you know how liberated I am.
Yeah.
Any other nigga that's not you automatically thinks I'm a hoe because I post thirst traps, because I shake my ass on Instagram, because I have multiple sex partners, because I talk about sex so freely, like because I mentioned I want to suck your dick first. Mm-hmm. Damn, shorty a hoe, she going.
I think she just know what she wants.
You feel me? So it's like, all right, bet you gonna call me that same way black people took nigga, the same way women took bitch. Yeah. All right, cool. If you gonna deem me for sexual liberation, let me claim it and let me get it as mine. Why can I not still be wifed up though?
You can still be wiped up. You just have to be with somebody who's understanding enough at that level of capacity of, you know, and they'll probably be dope as hell just as well. You feel me? Like, because it's
I'm loving you, Jesse.
Nah, I'm just being
You're
real.
Giving it.
I'm just being
You're
real.
doing it.
Yeah. I'm just being real. Like.
And please help yourself.
I will.
I think we have some wine here.
For my heart.
This is going great so far. I'm really enjoying this conversation with you.
I am too. Because I was watching like an interview with A$AP Rocky, and he was saying something. He was saying the same thing, but it's just rare about people just talking about like taking a connotation of what women are supposed to be. When they're just like us, entities in their own right, you know, and they deserve to be satisfied just as much as we do. You feel me?
I want to know how you feel about body hair.
I dig it. I feel like yeah. I dig it. I don't mind. I like both. If I can be honest though, I like both.
Please be honest.
I like if I can be honest, I like both. I like fresh shave. I like if you got armpit hair, I don't care. Like,
that's so real.
Yeah, I don't care. It's like those are not things that what makes a woman a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like not having hair because you wouldn't have hair if it wouldn't grow if you ain't supposed to have it. You feel me? Like that's just real.
Right.
You know what we in the Matrix or what we in now is things have changed, but like. You have hair because it's supposed to grow. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be growing. God created one. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be like we won't be human beings and stuff like that, and they won't grow. So it don't mind me.
So what do you do when you get to that moment where you realize that she does have body hair? And I'm not talking about like hair on her legs or. I don't even think that pussy hair is really a big deal anymore.
It's not.
It's like if you a real nigga, like
I'm an old school.
It's still a clean pussy. Like it'll probably still be pretty with hair on it or without. Like it does not fucking matter. Like,
does it feel different with hair or without hair for y'all?
Okay. I'm glad you.
Okay,
wait.
Yeah.
So I tried to be celibate, right? The way I tried to train my celibacy was to grow my body hair out. Right. So I have body hair. I shave when I want to shave. And I know this is gonna sound weak as hell, but it's what keeps me going strong. There has been no man that is worth me cutting my underarm hair. Right. There is no man worth me cutting my underarm hair for that discomfort. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always a first thing. It's like when you're dancing and like he was like, oh no, like don't look at me. But it's like another thing to like be with a man. And I was like, ain't no man really explored my body that much. So who am I to cut off my body hair for someone who isn't even exploring me the way I want to be explored? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I love my body hair. Now hear me out though. I fucking hate like. I love a clean shave on my pussy, but I need some sloppy ass head if I'm like if I'm like freshly shaved, my nigga. Like I need you to treat your saliva like aloe vera. Like that shit gotta be like, oh wow, you had a great time. But other than that, I mean, if it's hair on it, that's like you get like 3 points for Gryffindor. I'm like, oh, you a real one. Like you a nigga. Like you not just a nigga, but you a man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's niggas and there's men. You know what I'm saying? And men don't be fair. Like they be like, I'm too old for this shit. I know what's supposed to be here. I know what's not supposed to be here.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't mind body hair though, especially on women.
I like both. I do love the way that smooth legs feel though. I do. I appreciate that. I do love the way it feel though, like smooth legs and stuff.
Do you have any fetishes?
Yeah. I got a couple fetishes. I would say.
You want to talk about?
Sure.
Okay, come on, Jesse. Jesse fine, K, ladies and gentlemen. He is comfortable.
Oh no. I got a couple of them. Maybe I keep.
We can go back and forth. That makes you comfortable.
Couple fetishes. I don't know.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go first.
Okay. So I think this is like a wide range fetish. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm gonna tell the world this. Only a few people know this. Okay. Well, the world should know this. I am in love with BDSM.
Okay.
More so just BD. Well, BDSM stands for bondage, dominant, submissive, masculine.
Yeah.
I don't do that whole, well, to an extent, right? So, like, I don't mind being like your little bitch during sex. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind that. Like, you could, I'm not going to say you can deck me in my shit, but you could definitely slap me around a few couple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can violate me, like, on all shit. But, of course, there's a lot of conversation that needs to be had before that. But one of my biggest fantasies, I want to be, like, tied up in, like, a warehouse or, like, just to, like, a Red X door for, like, this is, like, if I'm dating an artist, right? For, like, at least, like, 3 hours blindfolded in, like, some type of, like, warehouse. And then you come back, and I'm just, like, all exasperated from, like, just hanging there, like I'm being crucified and shit. And then you reward me with getting my pussy ate. Like,
that's right.
Then you, like, fuck me. Like, it's, like, the best, I think. Does that seem crazy?
No, it doesn't seem crazy.
Wow. Whenever I tell people that, they just be like, Iman, you are crazy as fuck. And I'm like, am I really?
That's just cause I have a dark sense of humor. I got a dark sense of. I just got dark thoughts. And it's dark. It's just like, but that's just me though, type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what's one of your fantasies? You can just tell me one.
I don't know. I look every part of the body on my girl, like everything.
Everything.
Like I have a fetish of them like straight after shower. Sometimes I got a fetish of them like straight after the gym.
Oh my God! Did you hear the last episode of the podcast?
I did.
Yes,
I did. But it's like
post-workout dick. Smack it like Dominique said.
That's because the adrenaline be pumping and like all the blood just be flowing and everything like that.
I don't know what it is, but if like
the hormones probably, you know, pheromones.
It's something about like balls that don't smell musty, but they just got hints of work on them. Yeah.
Not all the way, but like they've been working. Like,
it's like wow.
It's you know what's crazy though? It's probably just because it's just the scent, natural scent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we were like not in the modern days of now. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, and we didn't have all the cool deodorizers and everything. We got lotions and stuff like that. It would probably just be a whole different feel, like more natural. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that probably got something to do with it.
Yes.
To be real, like you know what I'm saying. I got a tendency to do that. I like adventurous sex. Like
a nomad, or what's it called? An expeditionist? What is it?
Exhibitionist.
Exhibitionist. Yes. There we go.
I won't even say. I probably wouldn't say exhibitionist because I like having secrecy too though. At the same time.
You like having what?
Secrecy too, like being
low key. What the fuck is secrecy too? Gee.
Like just being low key. Like let's say I would like to have sex in like not a public area, but like open, like at the park or something, like something random.
Oh yeah, I've definitely fucked by Chicago River before.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't want to say I fucked, but I definitely had my pussy ate outside. Have I sucked dick outside? Maybe. I'm not opposed.
Real
No,
gangsta.
I'm a big fan. Let's go to the
definitely-
backseat of your car.
I definitely lifted my girl's dress up before I stuck my head like by the leg.
I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would. Are you in the Mile High Club?
What's that?
When you fuck on the airplane.
No, I never.
I'm not either.
Nah, I never.
I'm not for that. I don't know how much for that I am. When I'm married, probably we're like, oh, family vacay. Let's go to Disney World. And it's like, all right.
Man, I probably wouldn't even have to be married if I'm like real close or something.
Do you want to be married?
I do want to be married, but I'm just thinking like the type of person I am. Like, she'll probably have to just be as free as I am, you know. She probably just has to be as free as I am in order to understand me fully, you know. Because I feel I devote a lot of time to like, you know, my craft and like what I want to do for the world, you know. But she just has to be as open because I just want to keep evolving my mind. I want to keep, you know, expanding thought process and not making sure I'm not holding on to any old thought process that doesn't move me or like the culture forward in a sense, you know. And that has to do with sex. A lot of that because not a lot of it has to do with sex, but it has to, you know, sex is a part of my life, you know.
Right.
I don't have a lot of sex, like as much as I guess I would want to, you know what I'm saying? But man, I grew up off fucking HBO real sex, G. Like I would never be like
HBO at night?
Yo, bro, look, it was a show called Real Sex.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That single-handedly tweaked me out as a shorty. Like I knew I was just never going to just have a probably regular sex life just because of what I've seen there. You know, and the type of person I am though, I like adventurous. I like my heart club seems fun. Because it's the feeling of the risk of you know what I'm saying, while you up there, you know.
Wait, you said what is fun?
The Mile High Club. What's that called?
Oh, Mile High Club.
Yeah. Mile High.
I would
That sounds fun though.
I want to stop an elevator on purpose.
That sounds dope.
I would do that.
That sounds dope.
Do you feel like you need to have all of your exciting sex before you get married?
No.
Like you have to like sell your royal oats type thing?
No.
Why do you think most men don't talk about marriage? Or talk about like their wants or like how they see or I picture themselves being married or their marriage?
Some guys probably too afraid to because they'll be afraid of how they'll be judged or they'll be afraid of actually probably not living up to that standard to be able to have a wife that's down for all that. You know what I'm saying? And while but you know to come with that though, it comes with the responsibility of yourself to be able to take care of yourself though. If you really want that, you know, because you don't want to just try to, you know, put women through your shit. You feel me? And you can't even provide them nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, what comes with that is just, I guess, on the male aspect, is just being responsible for yourself to be able to provide that lifestyle. If you want to make them comfortable for that, you know, you have to provide a sense of reality for them. That way they won't, you know, you won't get judged. Cause there's probably a lot of guys that got fetishes and stuff like that. They're probably too scared to, you know, to search into them or whatever because of what the stigma of what, you know what I'm saying, what liking something should be. You feel me? So I think understanding is the key thing in that whole situation. Like understanding. I want to get married though. I probably will, G.
I love that you.
Yeah.
I love that you talk about that. I promise
yeah.
I do because I think about being married all the time. And what's so interesting to me is, especially when I see myself in correlation with people that I have in my life. I'm 22. Just made 22 November 9th by the grace of Jehovah and my mother.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm 22, but I'm also an artist in Chicago that is also a teacher that is also doing a lot of shit. I don't got time to be doing the process of elimination of niggas. It's like, you've been in my life for X amount of years so far. Cool. You can pretty much possibly still be there. Like, I wouldn't flex if I didn't still think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, look.
Marriage is different now. I feel like, I don't know. I look at marriage different now. I don't know if I would place the same connotations as it was before. I feel like really having I think marriage should be really about the life partnership, like for real, like really though, like it's cool, like the sex can be cool, but with marriage, like the relationship, the friendship has to be super duper for real. That's how I'm starting to see, because now I'm getting older. I'm starting to look at older folks. If I talk to them and they look at, let's just analyze their relationship, they just be best friends now, you know, because they might not be having. Gee, just thinking about that process is like, I didn't grow up with the traditional way of family, you know, so it's like. It's almost like a remolding and rebranding, learning how to live with that, you know, or how to live that way, you know, if you didn't have that example, you know. And it's like, damn, what if I don't get married, though? But what if I had kids, though? You know, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say if I had kids and I don't get married, would that make, like, what would I be as a person? Like, my dad is single. I grew up with my father, you feel me? And, like, I grew up with my pops, so... He just now getting another girlfriend too. Like he's single and he's like 50 something, you know, and still doing his thing. But I guess it's like you can't be boxed into what the traditional way of life is supposed to be like. I guess in order for it's really up to you for your own freedom and liberation, how you want to live and be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel because this is your life, this is your soul mission. You know, this is what you're doing. You know, here on Earth, you should live your life how you want to live it. You feel me? Like. I think that's the ultimate liberation right there. Really living the way you live and not, like, let's say, like, Erykah Badu or somebody who I look up to. And I've just seen on Twitter a lot of people talk about things like how she has, you know, different kids by different fathers and stuff, but she's still, like, this amazing person.
And you gotta look at her relationships with all of them. Like she did an interview with the Breakfast Club, unique, and Jay Elect was there the whole interview to make sure she was never disrespected. I'm like,
but because that's because the friendship.
Yes, that's exactly
like,
what she said. She said it's the friendship.
The friendship is, and that's I'm starting to realize that as I get older, and like a friendship with someone who you in love with is like so important. You know what I'm saying? Because when the sex. Because when you're not, let's say it's something where you guys are not being intimate or I guess sexually, you know, involved, the friendship is like has to be there. It has to be there. And I feel like for anything to work, excuse me, it has to be there. Like if y'all friends, that's why I put so much emphasis on just like, man, the relationship. Let's be friends for real. Let's be friends first, and then we can like. If you're really talking about some real shit, you know what I'm saying? Let's be friends and like, you know, we having sex, that's cool and that's cool and everything, but if you're talking about some longevity, man, that friendship gotta be solid, like, cause that's you know, you say life partner, marriage, you know what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna be with 24, and then let's say y'all raising the traditional way y'all raising kids and stuff like that, but the game changing, people are in different type of relationships, like, you know.
Yep.
Having more than one wives now.
It's a lot more swingers, a lot more orgies happening, a lot more open relationships happening, a lot more polyamory happening. And we're like actually starting to talk about this, but as progressive as I want to see that we are for society, people of color is not as progressive. You know what I'm saying? So, but the people in our community, they are that progressive, and that's exactly why I have this podcast. Because people in, like, I talk to personally, that they are like, yeah, I'm poly, like, I want an open relationship. I want another wife. Like, we both want to, like, you know, I have people in my life talking about this, but you only see this shit through, like, Sex in the City, or HBO at night, or Love and Hip Hop.
Shit that people really want to do, but are too scared because of the titles that come with it from like being judged by parents. Like that be hurting people a lot. That be scaring people a lot, man. Getting judged by parents, close friends, close relatives, you know, and like because when people find out what you like to do, they be like people turn on you and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They just look at you different. You know what I'm saying? And that's the good thing about everything changing now, because everybody's being able to be freely them, like being themselves. It's like I guess they was doing this back in the day too, like in the 70s and stuff. It was like swingers and like different alternative.
Like Ron Jeremy.
Shit. But I feel like it was hush hush though.
It
like,
was for people of color. I was talking for people of color. I was talking to someone about this. When you like anybody that I talk to now that's like in my age range, they want to be married.
Right.
When I talk to people like in like approaching their 30s, no.
They straight, huh?
Nah. But you gotta think about it. They come from the generation of where they were 2-family homes.
Yeah.
And they're seeing their parents go through divorces and separations now.
And that's really.
And we're from a generation of already broken homes, of dads not being there, dads dying, like not being in 2-parent homes. Was like, no, I need that for myself and for my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like generations are flipping so fucking crazy.
That's why I want to get married. That's kind of why I do, and like have a real like partner that like at least even if I don't end up being like with the first woman of my child, or just eventually, like, because I understand looking at my dad now, like sometimes he gets sick and stuff like that, and he don't be having nobody, like everybody be gone doing their thing, you know. Even I might be like having to work or something, and let's say he had surgery, so I had to go to work, and then I had to come back to the crib and come home. So he lived in the West Burbs, so I got to travel all the way to the West Burbs trying to take care of him, but then I got to go back to the city because I got to show her something, or I got I live in the city, you feel me? So it's like it's so important to really have someone, and vice versa, that you like real life partners though, like because I see like I understand that where parents are going through divorce and stuff. I'm seeing that now, like my homies' parents, they going through divorce and stuff like that, and I was like, damn, y'all was holding together for the family, but it was like y'all was suffering inside though. Y'all wasn't even happy. Y'all wasn't even happy the whole time. Like I thought people just argue off GP, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all be together so much, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just argue, motherfuckers get angry. Bills not paid, you feel me? But, yeah.
But I heard you have the best sex at your 30s, though.
It's probably because you know exactly what you want.
Yes,
what you
and you're like not afraid.
You don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck what people think, none of that shit. Because you realize, damn, I made it this far. I really have to live the life I really want to live until the rest of my life, G. You know, so that's the thing about getting to those ages, because it's like, gee, okay, I am who I am now. It's like, might as well just live freely because I have a whole life to live. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about just being you, testing and trial, and just like say, I just want this. This is going to make me happy, you know, and pursuing those things.
Jesse, you know me. I love me a hood nigga. Like, oh my God, fuck me in some Timbs one day. Like,
I was in love with hood women. That's why I say I fuck with hoodwives in general. I was in love with hood women. Maybe because that was just like the ultimate contrast. You know what I'm saying? For me, like I used to love. They brought out the side in me that I, you know what I'm saying, I just wanted to be on. So it's like, I don't know, I used to love hood women. Like if I just say if I just see a fine ass girl with a pelly on, hold on, look, let me tell you, cause my cousin Raven G, she was like, she won best dress in our high school. So like,
I swear to God, any girl from out west named Raven, she's pretty stellar. She's pretty stellar.
G. That's my G. Like, she won best dress. She's a Scorpio too. That's crazy.
Yay!
Yeah, like,
shout out her.
Yeah, she was the freshest nigga. Like, but just like I used to love girls who used to wear pellies, man. Like Tim's or like no, I used to love that shit. Like, I used to really be in love with girls like that. Like. It used to be this one girl, I forgot her name. I don't want to say her name. But she was a hood girl. But she was like the finest girl ever in life, G. I used to get at her through Facebook. It might have been early, like MySpace, though. I used to get at her, though. Like, my homie knew her, though. Me and my homie House Boogie, shout out him, G. He a comedian. He a comedian now. We used to be out west. Like, we used to love hood girls. Like, I love them. I still love them now, but it's just, I love all two of them.
So, like, aside from, like we brush past those connotations, what makes a hood bitch sexy? Because, you know, hood bitches, we come with bonnets.
Yeah.
We come with Timbs.
Yeah, we come
with granny panties and six packs
but I think
black and mouths. Like,
I think it's regular women that do that, too. Like you say, what, granny panties? It's regular women that do that, too. They just good at covering it up, I guess. You know what I'm saying? They're not. And that's what I realized.
Do y'all like the cover up? Is that what y'all attracted to? Is it like, are y'all attracted to the finesse of our natural selves and how we still make it comfortable for y'all?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's let me think about it.
Because my thing is, ultimately, I still want to be loved with my so embrace on.
Yeah, but
I still want to be loved with my sponges dirty. And I still want to be loved with 2 weeks old laundry. And I still want to be loved while I'm Febrezing my leggings in front of you. And I still want to be loved while my eyebrows are on or off. And I still want to be loved with some of my lashes missing. I still want to be loved with a bonnet and when my bonnet slips off in the middle of my sleep. I still want my pussy ate while all of these things are still fucking happening. Why can't that happen?
It can happen.
Is it because is that shit not deemed quote unquote sexy anymore? What makes that hood sexy to y'all?
I don't know. I feel like it's what you really like.
Okay.
I feel like it's just people preferences. That's one thing I realize is that like some people have like certain preferences, so, and that's just what they like. That's just what they're accustomed to, and that's just the only way they know. You know what I'm saying? And that's what comes and that's where now I won't say confusion, but that's where the separation comes at. You know what I'm saying? Because some people just have certain preferences, and I was just understanding that. I feel what you're saying though. Like you still should be able to be loved or respected just as much, just because you know what I'm saying. Like you shouldn't be less than. You know what I'm saying? So.
I think like what happens or what starts to happen. I know I don't want to turn this conversation out too much because it is a lot of things that this conversation can go into as far as appropriation, but it begins to feel like a hood bitch becomes fetishized. Like I want you for the ruggedness. I want you from like the where you come from. But it's like I present myself to you as a pretty bitch. I'm still that bitch. I'm still that hood bitch. Carry mace, a knife, all that shit. Might even have a black and mild on me. I'm still that hood bitch, but I'm put together now. But now when you really see me, when I'm still that same bitch, but I'm in my actual form. Why can't I be loved in this actual form despite of how I presented myself to you? And I think that men take it like, oh no. That's when they come with the whole like, I gotta see what she look like without makeup on. I gotta see what she's like when she like this. And like when we do show y'all this, it's like, nah, you showing me too soon. You moving too fast. You trying to grab me in too soon. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's like, nigga, I just want to see who the fuck I am.
Right, I'm like,
I just want you to see who the fuck I really am, so that way I ain't gotta pull up these damn shenanigans on your ass, bro. Just take me who I am, cuz. That way, you know what I'm saying? Cause when you fake it and force it, you killing yourself. You killing yourself when you fake it and force it. You killing yourself, cause you're not really genuinely expressing who you are freely, G. You know what I'm saying? You be killing yourself, and I just know, I know how that can be. So what helped me take the connotation off of it was shit, just understanding who my peoples was, like my aunties and my you know what I'm saying, my mama and my OG, and like who they really are, you know what I'm saying, and like understanding that helped me understand. Not everybody had that type of understanding though. You know, just gotta be realistic. Not everybody got that. Some niggas be flaws in themselves. A lot of niggas be flaws in their own self. You feel me? That's for real. A lot of niggas be flaws in their own self. Like, you know, they grow up from that, but what they want is something that they feel is gonna validate them, I guess, in a sense. You know, everybody. One thing I realize on all levels, man, people are human. People do shit. People are into shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people are comfortable with doing it free in the open. Some people are not, you know, but maybe the people that want to do it free in the open shouldn't maybe get like, you know, a riot thrown at their ass, you know what I'm saying, like, or just deemed as something. A lot of that hate come from people who can't do it themselves.
That's what I was starting to think. You know me. It's a lot of people that wanted to fuck with me, but felt like I was too out there for them. And then they would hit me back with that, well, I'm tired of what people gotta say. I'm like, why do you fucking care? Like, how those people see, like, I'm pretty sure those people don't even know what my fucking apartment looks like. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure those people don't even know my fucking favorite color. I'm pretty sure those people don't even know what really gets me off, but you do. So, like, why is that mattering to you? Like, you got to keep in mind, I am a poet and I am an artist. So anything that I am doing and allowing to be seen in the public you're going to know that too. So it ain't no me doing shit behind your back. It's like anything that's coming to your face, you should already know. And if you don't know that, then what's your problem? Why don't you know that? Because I tried to get you to know that. And so what I kind of wanted to tie that to is like, because I also want this to be a platform for you as well, for many artists to come after you. Your music is non-misogynistic, not sexist, like just none of that.
Because I really love women. Like straight up, like all women though. Not even the ones who I find that I wanna just sexually attractive. You know, I just love women altogether. Y'all raw as hell, real talk. Because I don't know, y'all showed me love. Women have showed me love my whole life. Even when I was going through ugly or just whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know how you be going through phases, you know what I'm saying? You just find yourself or whatever, or you might go through that weird phase. You know, not even weird phase. I wouldn't even call it weird because I'm weird. Like that's one thing about just coming to self. Like I like weird shit. I like quirky shit. I like dark shit. I like bright shit too. I like light shit too. But it's just me. I like all the spectrum, you know. But I don't know, women have shown me love my whole life though, man. So it's like I don't know. When you get to understanding women, you know what I'm saying, and like really get to see them for who they really are, man, they're super beautiful though, G. Like hella beautiful. Like you learn a lot, G.
I really believe your love for women. I promise you I do. I'm big on sincerity, and I always like to look people in their eyes. If I don't want to look you in your eyes, you a snake. Yeah. You a snake. I don't need you slithering towards me. So, you know, distraction, don't look at you. Yeah. You feel me? But how do you feel like your work does some form of inspiration for men of how they should allow women to just be themselves? And I don't want to say allow as like in a meaning of rule, but providing space and recognizing. Do you feel like your music is helping men recognize their privilege?
I hope so. I hope so. That's one of the goals, and why I make music is for. I want to be the artist for somebody how I wanted the artist be for myself, you know. So all the people who I listened to and loved and like idolized and stuff, like mix that all into one and just create that one force for like people like who I want that to be like. Because men, like, if they can get it, it's going like the more music I make and the more visuals and stuff I do is going to get deeper. You know what I'm saying? So that way they can feel comfortable being themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause a lot of cats be lost in the sauce and trying to impress their homies and shit. You know, or impress the mode of what, you know, I guess a regular dude is supposed to be like. A regular guy is supposed to be like, you know, a real nigga, I guess. I don't know what people saying nowadays, you know. I just try to be myself I just try to be myself as much as possible though. I realize that's when being myself as much as possible is when the genuine love with women really even came through more so. Cause it's just like women, low key women wouldn't be showing us love, G. Like we in some like rough times now with the relationships and like even on a platonic level and intimacy in general too. We had some really rough turbulent times where it's a lot of things that are at question right now, you know. And I hope my music does that for dudes, man. Like I want to be that figure for like everybody. Hope it does that for women, kids, and dudes. Just show them a different light. Because I started doing it differently and it started becoming real fun. You know what I'm saying? Like it started becoming.
I can't speak for all women, or I only speak for myself. But I believe I definitely speak to a certain type of woman, or not type of woman. I want to erase that. I want to redact that. I definitely believe that I speak to women. Period. But I do not speak for anybody. Right. So when I listen to your music, what it does for me personally, I feel like you ultimately provide an aura.
That's my whole thing.
And I swear, I really feel that when I listen to your music because I feel you. I remember when you featured that wordplay.
Yeah. That was a big
Do you remember that night?
Yeah.
It was so amazing.
Yeah, was tea. That
we
was
were
like,
so happy for you.
yeah, I appreciate that.
We were so happy for you. I was so happy for you, black man.
Gee, that was like that was a turning point for me right there. Like that's when I really saw like, gee, I gotta keep doing. Like I gotta keep going. Like people really fuck with me. I fuck with the people. Like I gotta keep doing this for them. Like for not only for myself, but like for them though, because they fucked with that. Like keep supplying this vibe, but that's what music is though. It's like it's definitely a potent feeling. You know what I'm saying? I am though, cause I'm gonna make some raw ass music and it's just I'm gonna have some raw visuals. I got some raw visuals coming up, and it's like people like Prince and like D'Angelo and stuff like that. Like people like that, even under 3,000, even Erykah Badu. That's why I love Erykah Badu, because Erykah Badu, she it's not because it's just how she look. It's her music that allowed me to understand a woman's input from a way that I really, really, really could digest it. Now I know who I am. You know, I can just listen to any type of music and understand it. Like I used to listen to like R&B, you know what I'm saying, soul music, and like the stuff that my mom or my auntie would listen to, a lot of neo soul and stuff. So they broke it down to how women felt so well that it was just, I want to give that same feeling, and like you said, not speak for people, but like be able to speak to people and help them like comprehend what's going on, because it's, man, cats just be tweaking out here, man. What's one of the biggest things you think cats be tweaking out, like guys be tweaking out? Like what do you think we tweak out on when it comes to love?
When it comes to like music and like making music?
Yes, making music, yeah.
I think something that y'all tweak out on is that, you know, y'all just carry on like the same that same bravado from like the same ones that y'all was inspired by. You know what I'm saying? Might not necessarily take on the same lyrics, but you find ways to make it fresher, make it more relatable. Bad association does spoil useful habits. So the people that you associate with, I will hold you to some sort of credit off of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's your homie, you gotta be rocking with it in some form of way.
How do you feel about that in today's community and artistry world? Like, I feel like a lot of things have happened where like, so at the time in my life, I used to emulate like Lil Wayne, like literally. Like,
that was one of my questions for you. I'm glad we got on that topic.
I used to love Lil Wayne.
I was gonna ask you. So back to when you featured at Wordplay, I remember the introduction that Mark gave me. He was like, if like Lil Wayne and Andre 3000 had a baby.
Yeah, that's my heart.
That'll be this nigga. And I sat there, I was like, yo, that's so fucking factual. Yeah, whenever I hear you, I instantly always think Andre 3000. But I think it in the most complimenting way, not in the like a biting type of way.
Yeah, thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
Knowing that you have those two voices going throughout maybe your head, but also other people's heads who are hearing you. How do you make sure you separate yourself from those voices and the things that they say from their voices? Because let's be honest, as much as I want to say, Lil Wayne's one of the greatest punchliners of them all. One of the greatest. One of the fucking greatest. Like, I've never seen nobody get so much like, that nigga should have been SoundCloud famous.
No lie.
It was like,
no
fuck a chance first. No, it was fucking Lil Wayne. Like, Lil Wayne was dropping all his shit like mixtapes. Like, that's mixtape baby right there.
I used to act like Lil Wayne. Like, but this, I used to act like Lil Wayne, G, to the T. Like, I used to think I was Weezy for a second. Like throughout, because that was my Kobe Bryant growing up. That was my Michael Jordan. You feel me? Like I grew up off Hove too, but Lil Wayne though, G, was like Lil Wayne, G, was everything. Like everything he said, everything he did, whatever he talked about was law at the time. Until I grew up and just like you said, how to separate the two voices. How to separate the two voices, understanding his style and using my consciousness. me saying that I wasn't a Wayne head would be like a lie, and I don't want to lie. I just want people to see the growth of who I evolved from. You know what I'm saying? That's like don't judge me on the past, but like look from what I'm trying to do now. You know what I'm saying? And realize what I'm trying to do now as a person. I understand his style because that was a part of me. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like. From every Wayne mixtape, from when he was before the mixtape king, from when he was with just on some squad up shit. That's still a mixtape. Back to when he was just with regular Cash Money. It's like literally like Lil Wayne. Like Lil Wayne was my big brother. G. Like
them hot boys.
Joe. When the hot boys came, boys, like
hot boys.
I wanted to wear
niggas wore their tees to their knees.
What you mean? I had a do-rag on. I couldn't even wear a do-rag. My dad used to tell me that I couldn't wear a do-rag outside. That's how like little I was, cause I was just like I want to be like Lil Wayne, cause he represented it for the young niggas. But he was just that dude though. He was just he had the swag, he had the personality. He had the fire lyrics. Then he just started getting raw and rawer. But man. He only him because of who he grew up underneath. You know what I'm saying? Like that look, toxic masculinity and like extreme masculine culture is so real.
Yes.
As a male growing up and through that, and to break those habits took some. I won't even say took some training. It took some work, G. It took some work. It took a lot of work. It took work from like my mom telling me type of shit like just of who I am. Like you need to like chill out. You need to chill out on your. She told me you need to chill out on your mouth. You need to chill out on like how you view things, how you view women, all that. Like because I was just, especially growing up in the Chicago area. You feel me? It's like, that's how we was bred, Joe. Like I could be real honest. It was times where it was older dudes who I wouldn't say looked up to, but it would be like, what I'm saying. So older cats I'd be around that would just give me the most bogus advice. Because of what's, that's what the culture was about, you know what I'm saying? And I end up passing that same advice down to some shorties I seen hooping at the park, you know what I'm saying? That might have looked up to me type shit, like, I don't know. Getting sent off by the lyrics that you listen to. Sent off, though, like, because one thing about sex is that it's good to be liberated and free. It's also good to be liberated, free, and clean, too, at the same time. Because one thing that comes with sex, it does come with, pregnancies. It does come with, diseases and stuff like that. That's just real. So like on the flip end, like to be liberated and free is amazing. But hopefully what I want to do with that liberation is that it allows people to not have to be so much in secrecy where they really take that as okay. I'm having sex, let me make sure my health is okay too as well. Yes. That way we can have healthy sex and not have to worry about like, what I'm saying, like all the stuff that's like, going on.
I'm not gonna even lie. What be so crazy to me is like how nerve wracking it gets. So I went to the doctor like maybe 2-3 months ago. When I got tested, everything came back clean. But every time you go again, it is still equally nerve-wracking.
Like it is.
Gee, I'll be like, wow, I've had sex. Nobody has presented a problem to me. So I'm like, hey, everything must be good. But you got to understand how progressive we are moving as a society. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers got a pill to prevent AIDS now, to prevent HIV.
Which is pretty good.
Which is great to me, but it is also like really fucking crazy to me because it's also like it comes back to who are the communities that those are available to and what do those communities have to do to make sure that they're available to them.
That's real.
Look at the new president that we have. I'm going to the aid office tomorrow morning to get health insurance and I don't even know if that's still a thing. So I'm finna wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning praying I can get some health insurance just so I can take my ass to a Planned Parenthood that the world is trying to close down. You know what I'm saying? So it is always processes. Yes.
I love liberation in sex. I feel like just as much as we talked about sex, we gotta give the youth the education that comes with it too as well. Because like you said, they got pills now that can prevent AIDS, which is good. I would say, like, I think people.
I think that's great.
I think that's great.
I think that's great.
People prayed for this type of breakthrough.
Yes,
Like,
and
people
they're just releasing it on commercials. I feel
Mm.
like the release for it has been very small.
Mm-mm.
Like, I would have thought that was like some epiphany type of shit. Like, nigga, we made it. Like, we can be good out here. For real. But it also
it shouldn't be that much. I think it's that the thought of what comes with sex has been been so much fear based almost. Because people are scared to have kids. I was scared to have kids because of, you feel me?
I feel you. I know. Yeah.
It comes having children. I don't knock anyone that has kids. I actually feel like that's amazing. I actually, not saying jealous of you, but like, because my life is my life, and I'm going in a different route and trying to do it in a different way.
Right.
Because of how I grew up, and I know that I want to provide certain things for my kids when they get here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but like, man, having kids, like, they make it so expensive. They make it so, and that's just like one of the things that we're equipped to do as like human beings, is like to have kids, like a blessing. You know what I'm saying, for the earth. But it's like, having children, it comes with a real big sacrifice, G. If you really want to be a parent, like, it really be a parent, and like, and raise your child. Well, just help grow your child. Grow your child with you. So, it comes with a lot. So that's why, if we can just spread more awareness on things, maybe it can make things more easy. That way, people can be able to decipher and think for themselves on what they want to do, and take the negative out of what is really supposed to be positive.
How do you think we can get better at thinking in the moment? Because I think it's funny when we think out as the pull-out method, we think out as the pull-out method as a birth control, really.
It is.
Niggas ain't getting no IUD. Pull out, fuck you mean? Ain't no niggas getting no IUD. You better pull the fuck out. But it's always like that way. But can I trust you? Can I trust you? And I think a lot of times when it's like, can I trust you? I don't think we're really asking for the can I trust you on the sense of the disease. We're asking, can I trust you on the sense of like, are you going to be on time? You know what I'm saying? It was like,
with the pull out.
Yeah, like, I would much rather be pregnant than have a disease.
Me too.
That's uncurable.
That's me too.
You feel me?
I'm not gonna lie. I would much rather have a child than have to worry about diseases or anything like that. But that's real in this world. It's people that go through that, and I just didn't heard so many stories. That's why I feel like it was sexual liberation. But what comes with that is like life examples of what happens. You know what I'm saying? But protecting yourself as well. But shit, if you spread awareness on yourself, going to the doctor wouldn't be so scary, because you'd be like, damn, they taking care of themselves. Right. They making sure that they are good. Some people that don't make sure they good, G.
And I don't hear about those stories. I only hear about like people that do go to the doctor and it just be scary. You know what I'm saying? So I know that you're supposed to get regular HIV, AID testing once a year.
I have never heard anyone that I know of having HIV or anything like that.
I have not neither. I have not neither. But I think it's also important for us to not limit ourselves to that education, but not limit people to who might be more able to provide that education. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I mean by that is, for example, like when I'm talking to a lot of my gay friends, for example, one of the things that they always have an issue with is like people coming to them, asking them questions about like, oh, like what's anal sex like, and does it hurt, and this, that, and the third, and I find that to be so disrespectful, because it's like, you can educate yourself on that, but don't stigmatize a whole community of people on account of like your curiosity. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's
trying to live vicariously through them.
Fuck you mean? Fuck you mean? So you get what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's great. I just, what do you think? What comes to your thought when a woman pulls a condom out on you?
Jeez, man. protective.
Mm.
I would appreciate that.
Really?
I would, because it's like, I was like, wow, she's really trying to protect herself. That means that she cares about herself just as much as that should be caring about. It would make me think twice. Like, okay, like I haven't been in a situation like that before. Well, I have though. I have dated a girl. She had her own kind of like, and I just thought it was. It made me be more self-aware of myself. You know,
it didn't make you think bad of her?
No, because it made me think that, okay, at least she's being honest with herself to know that she's having sex. She's having sex, and she wants to protect herself from everything that comes with sex. Besides just, you know, what we're trying to have sex now would probably just be for the feeling, you know what I'm saying, make each other feel good, you know. But she's really trying to protect herself, so I'd be like, okay, wow, this, you know, I wouldn't think that she would just be like out here like having sex with everyone. Because she just protecting herself. Like, nah, nigga.
Cheers to you, black man.
No,
you better let these niggas know.
I dated a girl like that before. You know, a lot of the reason why I have a lot of love for women too is also because I didn't date too much, exactly too much in high school, but I did. But like a lot, just as in life in general, I was dating just more and more, you know, because I had a lot more freedom. You feel me? So I dated like just all different type of women who had like all different type of thought process, you know. So I respect a woman who respects herself enough to like, you know, if we gonna do this, nah, nigga, I respect myself too as much as you. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I'm not gonna depend on you to pull out, no, nigga. Like, no, I'm not gonna depend on you to pull out.
What do you do when you have sex with a condom, but a condom breaks? Do you continue fucking with condoms, or you just say fuck it after that? I'm not gonna lie. I done definitely said fuck it. Yeah. Like, these condoms is too small. Like, I done tried. Wait a minute. I feel so bad now.
Why?
I don't feel bad. Not to say I feel bad, but it's definitely causing more awareness. Like, it's definitely making me want to be like, pick yourself up and try again. Yeah. But if not, then it's not supposed to happen. But it's so much of the moment. You know what I'm saying? It's just that thirstiness. It's just that thirstiness. And my thing is, like, I always deem my actions to the Most High. And my thing is, like, if you see that I am putting in effort to do enough for myself, especially when you know how challenging temptations are for me, when you see that I am trying to do better for myself, can you at least help me out and give me some credit for that? And that's where I deem it off as a prayer. And I deem it off as conversation. So it's like, all right, so a condom broke on us, but I'm not pregnant. But also that just means that we need to have a lot more conversations after this.
Because that's the reality of the situation.
It's just the reality.
Because,
you feel me?
To be honest, like, that's why I try to have as much exclusiveness as much as possible now because of things like that. Because when things like that happen, if there's a mutual understanding of that, you know, or who you're dealing with, then it wouldn't be a problem because you guys have confirmed and talked about, you know, those things that can hopefully, you know, put a little douse the fire out of just what if, you know what I'm saying, pregnant or whatever, you know. When stuff like that happen, I think more so pregnancy more than anything. Right. I'd be like, damn, like, what if she's pregnant? But cause to be honest, I don't have a lot of sex now, but like just being in situations like that, you know what I'm saying, like where shit like that happen. To be real, if the condom break, we're going to eventually probably have more sex.
I was like, you gotta be doing something right if the condom breaks. Right, like I haven't had a condom break on me in a long time, but it's definitely one of those like.
That's one of my biggest ones.
It's like, oh, the condom broke, but you didn't come, so I was like, what's the next step? Do you come a lot during sex? Like, do you come every time you have sex?
Shit. Now, yeah, like now, cause now, like I don't know, I do though.
We're like, okay, I don't want to say that women take offense to this. I don't take. Okay, hear me out. Let me talk, right? When a nigga comes on me fast, it pisses me off.
Yeah.
And I know that motherfuckers made this whole
Like all the time.
this whole excuse like, nah, you just got that good of pussy. Like, nah, fuck that. Hold your shit.
That's real.
Hold your shit. Get your shit together. You better do your pull out 3 breaths and then get back in. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get so fucking mad if you come on me fast. Mm-hmm. Now, if I'm having sex with a nigga that doesn't come, I'm just like, baby, can you come? Please, make me feel like I'm doing something right. Like
sometimes, I feel like when I'm with my girl, we have like protected sex. I definitely last way longer than I do if I don't though. Like, cause that real is nothing like that real feeling.
What is the difference? Can you please tell me? Cause I hear that it feels so different. I know what it feels like from a vaginal perspective. Like
it feels real. It feels like It feels like the authentic everything. You can feel everything.
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 What is everything? What is everything? Like, please tell us what is everything.
Man, you can feel every. Nook and cranny. Like as soon as you like,
Is a condom that much of a barrier?
Not really. It is though. I'm gonna keep it funky.
Please keep it
though.
real.
Niggas
Yeah,
know. Condoms are a barrier. Mm-hmm. Like sensation wise, like if you it still feels amazing, but there's nothing like the natural way. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing like it. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. I know everybody else feel this. Everybody else feel the same. If somebody say, I wouldn't trust if you be like, yeah, I just like I just like having protecting yourself. Yes, of course. You know what I'm saying? But
as far as I get where you're coming from. We're just talking about we're just being real as far as actual feeling.
Yeah.
I think that
that feels amazing, Joe. Like.
Give me a raw long stroke.
Blessing.
Blessing.
Yeah.
Blessing.
Real.
Like just tip penetration.
Real.
Smacking. Some bomb ass foreplay.
That's how it's supposed to be.
You feel me? Like I feel like
that's how it's supposed to be though.
Just that skin to skin just feels so amazing, right? But I do know that there are condoms that provide like that feeling, like that rigidness. Like there are rigid condoms, there are any type of
condoms.
I think that is great.
I like ribbed condoms. Be cool.
Yeah.
They be cool.
Do you feel them? Do you feel the difference?
I feel the difference.
What's the difference feel like?
Because it makes, I guess, because of what's on them, makes the woman's, vagina, it feels like it pulsates more for some reason. You know what I'm saying? I guess because of the ribs that's in it, it's just giving that extra stimulation. So it's like she almost it becomes tighter on it. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, though. So that's what I realized with those type of condoms.
What is Jesse 5000's favorite position?
I don't know. It depends. It depends on how I'm feeling, to be honest.
Okay.
It depends on how I'm feeling. I can't say I have a favorite. It depends on how I'm feeling.
What's probably like that position that's like gonna get you there?
Man, all of them. Like to be. Sometimes I like it from like the side. Sometimes I like it like sometimes I like dog. Sometimes I like missionary. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it depends. Really though, it depends on how I feel. If I feel like that's my mood that I'm in, it might be intense. It might just be like that slow passionate position. It can be you on top sometimes.
Okay, so my favorite position is missionary because I like the sense of being controlled and dominated. I feel like you can pretty much do whatever you want to be a missionary. If I feel like I need to get a nut, let me get on top. I can instantly get a nut with riding the dick.
I used to not nut as much. Like I used to not come as much when I was younger. When I was having like sex with condoms on and stuff like that. Until I met this one girl. She was older than me, and like, she tweaked me out. Like she turned me out like straight up. Like turned me into a little freak. To be honest, she was older than me, G. Like She was Dominican.
What's up with men and older women?
You know what? I really thought, and I thought from the darkest lengths of to really have an understanding of that because of I was making sure that it wasn't because of mother issues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I completely do.
Like,
I completely
you know
do.
what I'm saying? Like I had to be real and like really ask myself that like what is it with you and the thought of a older woman? You know, maybe because like the thought of feeling like you know, man, you grown, that young tender, I guess. Like,
I definitely get.
My mind with that.
I definitely get what you're talking about. It's kind of how I feel about dating older men. I love me an older man because I feel like they are a lot more stimulated mentally. Because women naturally mature more faster than men. I'm just at the point where it's like, nigga, teach me something. Give me a new fetish. Show me something that I don't know. And learn me. And I don't know, like, I definitely get it, but especially what you said about like knowing if it like stems from like some type of like abandonment issues or anything like that. I think that's like healthy for us to recognize.
That is true though. A lot of that derives from that sometimes, and that's why I was trying to think about myself. Why did I like older women so much? I still admire older women still to this day. I don't know. Maybe it's because to me, I feel like it's that, like you said, I want to learn something. You know what I'm saying? It's that quenching that thirst of that knowledge that comes with the seasoning of what age that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that'd be that for me. That knowledge, mentally stimulated, because I like to be mentally stimulated as well as physically stimulated. You know, I like to be mentally stimulated for real. Like that's what really like turns me on too. It's like the mental stimulation that comes with it, but I like the physical aspect too though. I really like the balance of both, to be real.
I got one last question for you. Are you a woman's man or a ladies' man?
What's the difference between the two?
A ladies' man is one of them niggas like, yeah, I make music and songs for the ladies. I wanna turn the ladies on. My thing is everybody wants to be a ladies' man, but don't nobody want to be a woman's man. I want a man. I want a man who can turn me on with conversation and don't need to think of a song that's gonna get me wet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real conversation.
So you are a ladies' man or a woman's man? Or do you think you're both?
Sometimes I think I'm both.
Sometimes you think you're both?
Yeah.
What makes a ladies' man? What's a ladies' man to you, Justin?
I don't know. I feel like a ladies' man is someone who can speak to a woman's needs, who can speak to a lady, who can speak to who has understanding.
That just sounds like a nigga that just eats pussy. That's all it sounds like. It just sounds like a nigga that eats pussy, which is cool. If all ladies' man eats pussy, hey.
No, I think a ladies' man is someone who can not satisfy the needs of women, but I don't know what a ladies' man is, because I feel like they can tie into each other, ladies and a woman's man. I feel like a ladies' man probably more hotter than be on some hot shit more than a woman's man probably be on that process.
Do you think a woman's man is way more respectful than a ladies' man?
No. Because if you can be a ladies' man, probably because you don't want to actually be in that one thing that you feel like a woman needs, you might just be free balling, what I'm saying? But you still love women, and you won't treat them bogus and nothing like that. That being a ladies' man probably come with hella honesty too though. The title that thing that comes with ladies' man probably because they be lying, cheating and shit.
Yes, it's that whole Steve Harvey connotation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like everybody want to be a ladies' man. Everybody want to be that man that does what he does to get a woman. I think that's what's the difference between a ladies' man to me. A ladies' man does and says what he needs to do to get that woman. A woman's man is that man that makes sure he's sustaining everything that he needs to do and be for that woman. You feel me?
Yeah.
I definitely see you as a woman's man, but you definitely speak to the ladies.
Yeah, I definitely would. I would like to.
You feel me?
I would like to. I would like to speak to the ladies. Definitely be a woman's man too. I feel like that just a great feeling. Women gonna show man. Look, when women show me love, I'm good in life. Like I love myself regardless. I'm gonna love myself regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because there were times when women didn't show me love. You know what I'm saying? It was a certain type of it was just whatever I was going through at the time. But man, regardless, I'm gonna love myself first and foremost. But regardless, though, that's the thing. If women love you, G, you good in life. You gonna win. Because it's like women on your side and vice versa, G. It's just like the best feeling ever, though. You know what I'm saying? Like when women be like, "Yo, you raw as hell. I love your shit." It makes you feel amazing. When dudes say that shit too, I really fuck with that too, because it's like, then you fucks with me. You know what I'm saying? But because like some dudes don't, because women come up to you and tell you, G, like, that was amazing. Especially if you was just being vulnerable or you was just being real about some shit. They like, that was amazing. I felt that. Like, that's I'm doing my job for real. With men too though, because I'm supposed to do something for them too as well. You know, kids too as well. But with women, G, you like, man, Joe, you're good. You don't have to worry about it. You can be exactly yourself. 100% yourself, G, because they gonna fuck with you. They gonna comment on your shit. They gonna buy your shit. They gonna love you. And you know what I'm saying? They gonna support you. They gonna do all that shit. They gonna protect you. They gonna fight for you. Like it'd be good to have to keep, you can't please everyone in life, but it's good to have women on your side, though. I don't want to say you just win, but like in life, it's like as a male, I would say, like that's probably one of the best feelings to have. Like when women on your side, you're like, yeah, I'm good, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Because you're just being yourself, and like.
Well, Jesse 5000,
Yeah.
you have made it through another episode of the Real Hoodwives of Chicago, baby.
You did.
I thank you for loving and treating all Hoodwives of Chicago with the utmost respect.
Yeah, I do.
Tell the people what's going on with you, what you're working on, where they can find you at. Let this be your time. Plug yourself, baby.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram. I got music coming out, new music.
Okay, new shit.
Yeah, new shit. Love, see it, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I got some new shit. I got a single coming out with my homie Eddie Burns. I got my own EP coming out too as well. I got a lot of things, videos, like everything that I've been wanting to put out more. I just been in the lab cooking that up, and so that's what's coming up this end of this year, and then next year, like for sure, it's like 2019. It's like really them UFOs really finna be like hovering, like for real, like. So I got some things. I just want to surprise the people though. I just want to surprise the people and like really give them some raw ass music and art like that we deserve. You know what I'm saying? Coming from my sector, alien heads, you know what I'm saying? Like real space cadets, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, you know, so like real Afrofuturism, like neon soul, man, real trap, gang, like all that. I'm really just trying to put all that into one sound, you know, cause it's just like those are factors of me. Like I used to say, like I love Under 3000, but I used to love Lil Wayne too. Like it was so many people I used to try to emulate just to try to, you know what I'm saying, and to impress women. G, like that's how real it is. I know you just we finna wrap it up, but
no, you're good.
I did a lot of things to impress women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The best thing was to ever do was to be my realest version of myself to them. You know what I'm saying? And like that's when things would be more genuine, you know, better. But like, so I got music coming out, EP coming out, dropping, man. There's more takeover, G. There's more heat coming, man. More videos, and I really just want to put a staple, like, you know, for people who really love me, like let's really grow together. That way we can really like. That way shows and stuff won't just be shows. It'll be like an experience that, you know what I'm saying, we have a lifetime. By the time we 80 or something, we can talk about, like, I was there. You know, this is like a pinnacle in my life. I want to be that for like people that really love me and fans and stuff like that. And friends, you know what I'm saying? So, new music. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Jesse, JESSE _ the number 5000, the letter K. You did. That's Instagram and Twitter. I think, I don't know. I don't be on Snapchat. I've been off Instagram, though,
That's cool.
for a little bit. I've been on hiatus for a little bit.
That's cool. Any other information that you want to, we'll make sure that we get that all to you all.
I might have a decent big show in December.
Okay.
Keeping on, like, we still getting this stuff together, but a big show in December. So I got another show in January that's going to be pretty fire.
Awesome.
I got some other stuff coming up. So far show is coming soon, too.
Yay! That's a did so far. Plenty so far.
Yo, I love
Yes.
So Far. That's my shit.
Well, I thank you all for tuning in for another episode of The Real Hoodwives of Chicago. Thank you so much, Jesse, for being here with me.
Thank
You all are here for The Real Hoodwives of Chicago, a real show with hot sauce stories.
You're feeling salty, can't have no nanny. I'm not your mommy and you's a poppy. You found your hobby, how about that? Running up, you just a runners up. Got cherries and blossoms and buttercups. Milk chocolate and pussy is honey nut. I'll climb you like trees, don't fall for the breeze. Just stay on your limbs, but niggas will leave. They blowing the breeze.